going on, fellow nerds? I am Charles. This is Jamocha. Thank you for joining us for this live stream. Of course, this is the game stream live stream where we're going to talk about Rise of the Tomb Raider. But first, let's take care of some house cleaning, Jamocha. If you're watching this on Facebook right now, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/soundsnerdy. We do a lot of tech reviews and video game reviews there. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. We appreciate the support. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, make sure you check out our dope Facebook group. We love talking about video games there, so if you like video games just as much as we do, be sure to check that out. We're constantly in there talking about video games. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the live stream. Mocha, today we're here to talk about Rise of the Tomb Raider. We're hyped for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. At least I'm hyped for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Can't wait to play it, especially after playing this finally. But let's go over what we're going to discuss about this game. First, we're going to start off with graphics, right? We're going to talk about what we thought about the graphics. Did we think the game looked good or did we think it looked bad? We'll get into that. Then we're going to talk about the audio, the voice acting. Next, we're going to give our thoughts on the gameplay, the actual gameplay. And then after that, we're going to talk about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, what we know about it, and then what we want to see. So if you're interested in all that, please stick around. We're also paying attention to the comment section below, so we'll be trying to answer any questions or bring up any comments that are brought up in the comment section. So feel free to chat with us while we're doing this. We greatly appreciate you joining us. With all that said, Moke, let's get into it. Rise of the Tomb Raider, the graphics. What did you think about them? Let's start with you.
Yeah, I thought the game looked pretty amazing. And to be more specific, I definitely like when you ascend into like the top of mountains or whatever, and you get to just view the landscape.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful to just look out there and see just the lush greenery, the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but also the snow.
Yeah.
I thought the snow was amazing. They did a good job with the snow. When you walk through the snow, it left footprints, or whenever she was dragging through it,
yeah.
She was running like she was, moving like this.
Yeah, she was cold.
She was cold. If it was snow was high, she was, struggling to get through it. It left a trail.
Yep.
The ice I thought was sparkling. Yeah, I thought the graphics were amazing.
Yep. I did too. Oh man, that's the first thing that stood out to me when I started playing the game is how amazing they were able to make the snow. Like when she was walking through the snow, you could see the footprints in the snow, and just the amount of detail that's in the game, and for it to be a third-party game and look this good, I think was a great achievement for that team.
Yeah,
the lush jungles, the tombs, everything was consistent. Everything looked good. I don't think that there was necessarily any downside to the graphics. Maybe the character models, but even then, I think the character models were detailed. Maybe seen a few of the character models, the enemy character models, too many times, but they were all like very detailed. So yeah. I pretty much forgive any reoccurrences that I've seen. But I actually really like the graphics in this game. It was on the level, and this is going to sound crazy, but almost on the level of like an Uncharted, something from a first-party game. And that's pretty dope to me that they were able to pull that many or pull the visuals to that level.
Yeah. So we have a comment real quick. Brandon Diamond says he's excited for this game. Just to clarify, which game are you actually excited for? Is that Rise of the Tomb Raider or Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
I think it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because I think I talked to him actually before the stream. I think he's playing Rise of the Tomb Raider in preparation for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, like we were. Awesome. But yeah, Brandon, I'm super excited for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Can't wait to play it. I was actually looking at trailers of it today. We'll get to that discussion in a minute. But yeah.
Yeah, to continue with the graphics. Yeah. Also, when we talk about explosions and everything, the gas when you have to shoot your poison arrow stuff, I thought all that stuff was well done. I didn't think they skimped on it. It looked amazing. Also, well, I don't know if you were playing it on 4K and HDR.
A little bit.
It looked amazing what they were able to do with the graphics in there. Got the bloom effects coming in. It was beautiful game.
Yes.
Beautiful game.
I agree.
The water looked good when you dove in the water. You can see it look blurry and murky. Yeah, the game was beautifully done.
Yeah, the lighting was dope. I think everything about the graphics was very dope. The animals all look very detailed. You had to hunt animals in the game to upgrade certain equipment.
The rabbits were a bit big.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
They were fast as hell.
They were fast.
I mean, rabbits are fast, but I couldn't shoot. Like, I rarely shot a rabbit with a bow and arrow, and I usually did the spray and pray, like just shooting the machine gun at the goddamn rabbits.
Yeah, I was successful with the deer, but not the rabbits. But I guess the reason why they did that was just so you can see them. You know, but, I mean, that's fine. That was just my nitpick about the rabbits.
I shot more birds than I shot rabbits.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I never
get feathers. You get feathers.
Well, I shoot the bird nest.
Yeah,
but not the actual.
You get the same material. Yep. So, yeah, graphics. Thumbs up. Would you say?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Definitely
Okay.
Thumbs up. They did a great job with that.
Let us know what you think about the graphics in the comment section below if you played the game. Moving on, we're going to talk about the voice acting and the overall audio in the game. Now, you played this on the Xbox One X, right?
Yep.
Okay. So did I.
Okay.
Yeah, looks good. You asked me a question, did I play it in 4K? For the most part, I played it in 1080p because I was recording the gameplay, and Elgato doesn't allow you to record in 4K as of yet on their external boxes. But I did take some time to play it and appreciate it in 4K, and it looks amazing. Those guys always take advantage of the latest graphical technology.
Okay. So I did play it in 4K and HDR. Looked amazing. What we're talking about audio. So I have a surround sound system set up.
Oh yeah.
11.2. I got Dolby Atmos. So everything was swirling around me. The gunshots were doom 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 doom. The bass. What we talking about voice acting? Sorry. Yeah. What we talking about audio? Let's talk about voice.
We're talking about audio and voice acting. So you're good.
So to continue on that, everything sounded amazing. When you get in the water, the wind and everything was swirling around me. And as I turned, all the sound was placed accurately. But then, so that's a credit to the audio engineer. So the game just sounded amazing, and it's full of regalia. I mean, definitely with surround sound, great.
Yeah, I'd agree. I played mostly with headphones because I was playing at nighttime when everybody was sleeping. I didn't want to disrupt them. I don't have a good surround sound system, so I wouldn't have got all the effects that you got out of it. But to me, it did sound good. The audio placement, even wearing headphones, was good. You could tell when they were coming from the left or the right.
Gotcha.
So audio, I think, is good. And then the arrows, when you shoot arrows, sounds good. When they hit trees, it sounds. When they hit rope, it sounds like all the sounds that they placed in this game, I think, sound great. And it's something that I would actually recommend anybody take the time to pay attention to. All those little subtle sounds that they decided to incorporate in the game because they're pretty good.
Yeah, the flapping of the birds in the background, the whistling of the trees and the leaves. Yes, all that stuff was very well
deserve a raise.
Yep.
But let's talk about the acting.
Yep. So, Laura Croft voice acting, I thought, was amazing. The actress who plays her, Camilla Luddington, she's an English actress.
Okay.
I thought she did an amazing job. She actually captured Laura when she was talking and acting, when she was doing rigorous stuff, her breathing, you can feel it, you can hear it. So I thought she did an excellent job with the voice acting.
I think Laura did an excellent job. So we're talking about the voice acting or the acting in general.
Yeah.
We got to touch on the story here too.
Okay.
I personally think the story was the weakest part about this game by far. Like, we'll get into the gameplay, but I think that was dope. I think the sound and the audio engineering is dope. I think the graphics were dope. For some reason, the story was not catching me. Like, it just did not hold my attention the way that I was hoping it would. because like with Uncharted, for instance, they're going for the Indiana Jones crowd where it's just this over the top action packed,
Right.
just entertainment all over the place, and then it has that humor in it as well. This story to me sounded like it, or seemed like it was meant to be taken serious,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't take it serious. I don't know if it was the story plot itself or what was going on in the story. Reasons why I couldn't take it serious, but for some reason I couldn't take it serious. With that said, I do think the acting was good.
Mm-hmm.
That the acting that was there was good. So a nod to them for acting out of what I think is not a good script, but hey.
Yeah, I think the story. Yeah, I didn't really play the game for story,
Mm-hmm.
so I just played it for pretty much every other aspect of it.
Right.
So yeah, I think the story was kind of throwaway, but I mean, I don't expect great story from those type of games for the most part. So I was just impressed with the just everything else, and the voice acting I thought was really well done.
Yeah, I think the actors did a good job. I think the script could have been better, or the overall story could have been better. But again, the rest of the game was good to me, which leads us. Would you have any other comments on the acting, the voice acting, or anything like that? Did you like all the characters? What did you think of
I thought
the
main
betrayal?
Oh,
betrayal!
yeah. I mean, the game is 3 years old at this point. If you haven't played it now, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the betrayal I did not see coming.
I didn't either.
I didn't see that coming, so I was a little bit shocked by that. I thought Trinity as the villain, he wasn't as memorable as some other villains. I thought he was your typical villain, rough voice, rough looking, scraggly, typical villain. So nothing, memorable for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think any of the enemies were memorable at all. And the guy that you end up fighting in the end, which was a part of Trinity, he was such a pushover at the end. But yeah, it was so bad to me that I can't ever remember half of their names. With that said, again, I think this game delivers on a lot of areas. I think that the script and the story could have been a little bit better, in my opinion. But I mean, it was there. It kind of pushed me all the way through. I did want to see what happened at the end, but wasn't really satisfied with what the ending results.
What's up, Kevin Trask? Giving a shout out to him. Said, "Hey, fellas,
what's going on, Kevin? I hope all is well with you." We're talking some Tomb Raider. Of course, you knew that though. But yeah, man, I'm hoping that Shadow of the Tomb Raider has a much better story. And what's funny is, I thought Lara Croft in this game was sort of an asshole. Like, so let me explain why. She's going to find this source of energy that could potentially help everybody, or it could potentially destroy everybody. She has to find out. She has to get this source of energy and find out if it's going to destroy everybody. Mm-hmm. And the man who's protecting it is saying, like, hey, we shouldn't get this out there because of various reasons.
Right.
And she's like, well, I have to. It was my dad's dream. We have to get this out there to help people. And I'm like, all right, Laura, this isn't really, she just was adamant about getting this energy and this power out there to everybody for them to use. And,
right.
and as you can see, there was already an enemy, Trinity, trying to get their hands on the power for the wrong reasons. So I can't imagine if it, and this is probably what Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to go into a little bit deeper. Bates, judging off some of the trailers that I've seen, like she's regretting some of her decisions in the previous game, but she's very adamant, and for some reason, I didn't like that quality in her, that she was just going to keep pushing even when the native said, hey, you might not want to do this.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, I just wish it had a better story. But anyway, moving right along, thoughts on the gameplay, the core gameplay itself. So with everything else pushed to the side, what did you think about the gameplay?
Yeah, I enjoyed the gameplay from the time I started playing. I thought that it had great pacing with how you upgraded your weapons and everything. So it wasn't, you didn't start off very powerful. You had to search and find everything that you wanted. I like that aspect of it. I like upgrading my weapons. I thought the gunplay, it wasn't the best gunplay in video game universe, but I thought it was decent, okay.
Right.
I did enjoy, the ability to craft and, make bombs out of things I could find. Thought the stealth was pretty good. I enjoyed jumping out of bushes and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and just strangling somebody to the ground. So yeah, I was in very well.
Yeah. Same here. I think this is the part that they nailed in this game. Like this is my favorite part of Tomb Raider. The hunting was satisfying.
Mhm.
The collecting even was satisfying to me. Like how you had the little areas where you can travel back and forth between the camps, and I even was doing that stuff after I had completed the game, trying to like 100% it.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed finding all the documents and all the caches and all the doing the side missions, which some of them were funny. There's this one side mission where you help out the villagers. Like you get to this village at one point and you're helping them out. I guess Trinity had sent these drones out, and people were shooting them down with bow and arrows. So it tasked you with going around and shooting all these drones out of the sky and taking their bodies back to prove that you had done it.
Right.
But it was just little collectathons like that, little fetch quests. But I would say that they're pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, the side quests were. I enjoyed helping the natives, because it was a side quest, but it also added to your your main quest because it allowed you to power up your weapons, upgrade your items. So yeah, and it gave you stuff that you could use throughout the game. So I thought it just wasn't a throwaway side mission. No, I thought it was actually critical to the game, and I enjoyed doing that. So,
yeah, I enjoyed all that stuff too. Kevin said it looks like we're in a waiting room in the movie Men in Black.
Oh, that wasn't the look I was going for. Right?
All right, so yeah, I thought the gameplay was dope. I thought the weapons that you got. What's funny is, I didn't actually start really upgrading my weapons outside of like 2 until the post game.
Okay.
So like I would upgrade my bow and arrow to max, and I would upgrade my certain skill sets to max. Like, and then everything else I was like, whatever, I'll upgrade it later. And then lo and behold, I got to the end of the game and I was like, oh well, I didn't even upgrade all this, so I'll do the side missions and start upgrading that stuff now. But there were some achievements associated with upgrades in the game. I think the gameplay was really good.
Yeah,
I think it was really good.
I thought it was solid. It had